fistfights, eye gouges, red cards flying like confetti. August 17, 2011, the night El Clasico stopped being football and became a battlefield. Pep Guardiola's Barcelona wanted to excite. Jose Mourinho's Real Madrid, they wanted to win. Two managers, two philosophies, one stage, the Spanish Super Cup final. But what happened on that afternoon shocked the game to its core. Jose Mourinho flipped the switch and took the dark arts to its deepest level. 11 yellow cards, a massive brawl, the game that revealed the other side of football, the one that turned Pep Guardiola into a ruthless beast, the game that will forever be referred to as the most savage El Clasico in Spanish football history. But to understand how we got here, we need to rewind, because this wasn't just one match. It was the climax of a rivalry that had been boiling for months. You see, back in 2011, football witnessed something completely insane. Barcelona and Real Madrid didn't just play one clasico. They gave us 4 of them in just 18 days. 4 games, 2 managers who hated losing more than anything, and a rivalry so heated it felt less like sport and more like a battle for survival. Across those 4 matches, we got everything. 7 goals, 5 red cards, and friendship shattered right in front of us. Sometimes the football was pure art, other times it was chaos. Violent, exhausting, downright ugly. But here's the twist. Those clashes weren't even the main event. They were just the opening act. 4 months later, when Barcelona and Madrid locked horns again in the Spanish Super Cup, every drop of that bad blood came flooding back. And that night made it clear. The fire was still raging and the war between Guardiola and Mourinho was far from over. Barcelona's season wasn't just dominant. It was like watching a machine crush everything in its way. By May, the league was already wrapped up. No questions asked. Real Madrid had a strong run, no doubt. But when it came down to the big moments, Barcelona always had that extra edge. Still, Madrid wasn't about to let their rivals write the whole story. They finally snapped an 18-year drought in the Copa del Rey. And of all teams, they did it against Barcelona. And this lit the fuse for something even bigger, the Spanish Supercopa, another El Clasico. The first leg at the Bernabeu had everything you'd expect from a rivalry this big. Fireworks right from the start. Madrid came out flying into tackles, pressing high, refusing to give Barcelona a moment to breathe. And just 13 minutes in, Mesut Ozil slipped in behind after a sharp setup from Benzema, and suddenly Madrid were in front. But against Barcelona, leads don't last. Villa answered with a jaw-dropping strike in the 36th, and Messi twisted the knife right before halftime. Still, Madrid weren't going down quietly. Xabi Alonso pulled them level in the 54th minute, and from that moment on, the match exploded into madness. By the final whistle, 5 bookings had piled up, and the chaos was just as much a part of the story as the goals. But Madrid walked off the pitch feeling 2 things at once. Pride, because they had outplayed Barcelona in almost every department, and frustration, because the scoreboard didn't show it. 20 shots to 6, 53% possession against the masters of possession, and yet Barcelona needed just 2 shots on target to get their goals. If not for Valdés standing on his head in goal, Madrid would have been celebrating a statement win. Now the scene was shifting to Camp Nou, August 17, 2011, the second leg of the Spanish Super Cup final. Real Madrid came out swinging. From the very first minute, 39 seconds in, to be exact, Cristiano Ronaldo, after orchestrating the move himself, fired a dangerous ball toward Victor Valdés, swarming Barcelona's defenders with half a dozen Madrid shirts. From there, it was relentless. Jose Mourinho's side pressed high, hunted in packs, and made it clear they weren't here to admire Barcelona's beauty. They were here to tear it apart. And Guardiola, meanwhile, doubled down on trust. He sent out the same 11 players who had conquered Wembley in the Champions League final just a few months earlier, his untouchables.